It's the second biggest poker tournament in history. This is the Gladiators of Poker at the World Series of Poker. Jeff Platt alongside Brent. More than 20,000 entries. We are down to our final 9, and somebody is about to turn $300 into about
congratulations, guys.
$5,000.
Unthinkable.
$500,000 on a $300 investment. It's absurd.
We thank y'all for being with us on YouTube, checking us out from all across the world as we take a look at our final 9.
Isn't this the dream, Jeff?
Plus. Yeah, this is awesome.
Wander out into the desert with $300 in your pocket, and you wind up at this final table playing for it all.
That is our chip leader. His name is Eric Trexler.
Trexler out of Washington, diehard Seahawks fan.
First one to
I heard him talking about the Russell Wilson trade for about an hour. Still hasn't gotten over that.
He's joined at the final table by Wesley Cannon, Kyle DeLuca, Kafir Nahum, Johnson Chatterley, Bodan Slavinsky, Thomas Reeves, Wade Wallace, and Jason Simon.
I'm all in.
Raise all in.
20 on the dot.
20 million all in.
Reeves all in for, well, that's 4 big blinds.
That would be 20 million in chips, as we're at 2.5 million, 5 million, with a 5 million big blind ante. Starting stack in this one was 30,000.
We are Chatterley, king, queen suited. This absolutely must be getting this in the middle.
Does make the call.
We have an all in and a call. Mine? Oh, it has to come out.
Open up.
And with that, here we go, our first all-in and call.
Oh, baby. Come on, king or queen?
Ace-9.
It is Thomas Reeves, the one at risk, with the ace-9
queen,
suited,
ace-9.
the oh-so-slight favorite, against Chatterley's king, queen of
King, queen of
spades.
spades, ace 9 of diamonds. Oh, yeah.
Ace, 8-5. That one, all Reeves.
I'm not allowed to win?
Jack.
Let's go. Runner, runner. I mean,
Runner needed.
oh.
It's the jack of diamonds. A couple
three
outs
outs.
are there for
Black
Chatterley.
10 on time?
Black 10 one
For a
time.
10 that is
Sorry,
not a
nothing
diamond.
against you.
It's
But
a
I
good,
do want
it's
you
a
out.
good card.
Take
Oh,
the 10
come on.
hearts.
Good
Black
card
10.
for TV.
River is a
Everybody's
4.
hard,
Reeves
yes.
does find the double.
I'm the enemy of the table.
Nah, man, you're good in my butt.
So critical.
Thank you.
He was
Everybody's
under the
rooting for
gun that
himself.
hand. Had he,
Specific.
even if
Except for him.
somehow they all folded, he stepped directly into the big blind. The next hand, he would have been
What
all
am I,
in,
what do I got to
essentially.
do here?
You are.
He had to move it in there.
Yep. You
Trexler
win a
or
little
chip
bit, but you gotta
leader,
put some
Brent,
back.
has less than 30 bigs.
Are they gray or silver?
Significant amount of
There's a huge crowd around that 9 to 14 big blind mark.
Jeff, there's only 134 big blinds in play.
9-handed.
Nine-handed.
Again, we thank y'all for tuning in on YouTube. Be sure to click that thumbs up button. That's like, right?
You
We haven't
have
done
to
YouTube in a while.
like and
Okay.
subscribe. Start doing it now. Pump them up. More likes we get, subscribes to this YouTube channle, the more free broadcasts we're going to bring to you guys right here on our YouTube channel.
I just fired off some Brent Hanks emojis in the chat. I get that from being a YouTube community member, which you can join. Get a bunch of emojis, get that cool little color on your member name. And just $3 a month.
I am not even a YouTube community member. How do
Unbelievable.
I
Show some respect.
How do I
You
become
click
one?
Join.
Yeah.
I'll get back to
like
you.
45
As Reese
million
is
or
all in with the
something?
king queen suited. Shove for 9 bigs.
Maybe 53 million? 50 exactly?
There's very little, if any, fold equity here after Trexler opens this up to 12 million. Look at the price being laid to him.
So the actual all-in, I guess, is for 50 million, but just one big blind more than what we have listed. Trexler, a little range talk for us.
That want me to put chips in the middle here.
Everybody interested in that 12K pay jump from 9th to 8th?
I don't know what I would.
We watched Trexler a little bit before final table play. He's a blast to be around, it seems.
50 million, 100.
It's got sort of a Jack Black vibe going on.
Those gray chips he's shuffling worth 5 million
I think I probably
apiece.
have to go for it. It's 50 total.
Tenacious
Yellowish,
T.
worth one
Come on,
million.
Trexler. Here we go.
Yep, he says call, and here we
Still got
go.
a good hand.
Reeves all in and at risk again.
We're slightly ahead.
The king queen suited against
Or like
Trexler's
55.
ace-9.
Ace 9,
They're
king
all
queen.
going to cheer
think it's
for
a
him
9.
if he wins.
9.
Almost 100 million in the middle, which is still just wild to say.
It's 50. 5 out.
Ace 4-3.
They're all cheering against me.
Trexler
like
takes
money.
a massive lead. Is there any hope for Reeves?
If you guys slow roll me like that, I'm gonna come out.
Thanks, that was really
Most
fun.
of the crowd. Thomas Reeves has been eliminated in 9. Hey, to turn 300 into 46K, not too shabby.
What a
Hey,
battle.
that was something. I love
A
Team
journey
Torch.
just to
I
make
love
it
Team
this
Torch.
far.
No small bar in this hand.
24,000 people, yeah.
No small bar.
Shane Johnson in the chat, the thought of turning $300 into 500K
The flop
is
comes king,
insane.
king, queen, and you guys all just like,
Especially on kids that are over.
23,088 entries, the second largest turnout in poker history. More than 10,000 uniques.
Don't look now, but Trexler starting to really separate himself. He's got roughly 30% of the chips in play. 190 million plus in his stack, around 40 bigs.
Kafir Nahum with the ace-10 bumps it up to 12 million.
don't worry, bro, that's why I got it.
I like that number so far.
I mean, that
Raise and take it for
You're all
Nahum, who's the
welcome.
most experienced player at this final
that was a
table.
$12,000 hand for everybody.
More than $1.4 million in live tournament earnings.
That's
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. It's kind of tough to see.
Guaranteed 58 right now.
Oh, sometimes you just write the payouts down on a note.
Anybody?
Keep it close by.
Yeah.
58 right now.
Now, that's not an official sheet. This is from my buddies, but
If you trust his friend,
this is the information they gave me.
if you think his friend can read and write, then you trust
Isn't
that.
there a screen 5 feet away that shows
Yep, it's
it?
like right
not sure. He's
behind
friends
West
with-
Cannon.
Sometimes a lot of people.
Anyone who's friends
Oh, you should trust my friends, man.
It's Caio De Luca
Good
rocking the
friends.
Brazilian flag and, of course, accompanied by the rowdy Brazilian rail.
Whenever this guy wins a pot, the place is electric. Jeff, you and I here in the red light district, we aren't even safe.
We
200
can hear
yards
the
away.
roars.
average stack is?
All in.
Raise, all in.
It's
Going
like
with it with the ace
680
jack
million
suited.
total chips, right? Okay.
When they were 10-handed, Kyle got it in with king jack suited against queen, spiked a king on the turn, and the room was basically shaking for a minute.
I heard it over in Paris.
190.15.
69. Only for 69.
Nahum, the small tank, can't imagine he wants to get involved with the ace-8 suited, or with the ace-8 offsuit even. That's in the
No,
mud.
yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's
Chatterley
right.
and Slavinsky will be out of the way. Here's Wade Wallace, and he's about to peel a good one. It's down at ace-king in the small blind.
It's pretty close to your hand right now. Yours is a little chicken
Makes
scratch
the
here.
call, and here we go.
Ace king. Let's do it. Ace jack show, ace king. No, mira para acá.
Wade Wallace from Ohio. A blacksmith
No,
in the
he
last
has not.
15, 16 years. His whole rail is with him. Here we go, Jeff. What a moment.
That's jack.
Well, the ace-king hold for the man they call boss. So far, so good. 7-5-4, one heart. Hint of hope for the Brazilians. A little bit more hope with the 9 of hearts on the turn. Caio De Luca needs a heart or a jack on the river
Block 6.
to stay alive.
Block 6.
Yes!
And it's the queen of spades.
Yes! Let's go!
Maybe not.
Wallace busts De Luca.
Let's go!
And Caio De Luca is eliminated in 8 for more than $58,000, his biggest lifetime score.
Fucking what a sweat.
The boss with the sauce, Wade Wallace.
Wow.
A massive pot headed his direction. He now has
I got
more
more
than
room.
30 big blinds, sitting around 168
Because he
I didn't care about the money. I was just trying to get
He's
people
playing
gone
like-
so I could get more room.
He's a good player.
Mostly the space, though.
Yeah. It's like
Jeff,
money
I
secondary.
played with Wade
More
Wallace
space is
on
more
day
important.
one for nearly 3 or 4 hours.
Wow.
Had no idea that the boss with the sauce would wind up right here.
If somebody were to tell you one player at your table would make the final table, you'd say it's probably me, right?
I would
It was not you.
always take the under.
Yeah. How many bullets did you fire in this?
A total of 3,
Not
Jeff.
bad, and a couple min caches, yeah?
Not bad. 2 for 3.
Bob,
A
what's
profitable adventure.
up? Doing real well. All right.
This is Wade's
Got
second
191.
tournament cash of his
Like all the good
career.
191.
He finished 808th in last year's $600 deep stack here for $960. He's guaranteed at least 74K.
By my count, it's 120, 180, 160, 170, 180.
This is
Yeah, I got
life-changing
over
money
190.
for so many.
And Simon
I like
is all over with the
192, I
king
think.
queen. That gets through. Jason Simon's 6th World Series of Poker cash. Rowdy Rail at our horseshoe table. Do you want to set one of the like light goal things, like hit a certain number and that's good?
Well, yeah, we
I
need to
don't
get
know. It's just
we
a
need to
little
get to
target.
1,000
Okay, that's-
thumbs
yeah.
up, and I believe we can do some sort of giveaway.
That
Is
sounds
that
good to me. Yeah,
did
that's kinda
Remco and
what I was
Donnie
going
give
for.
us any approval on that?
No, but we can just kind of rock and roll with it. I mean, I hear them on their streams, and they
They do whatever they want.
yeah. So
Why
we
can't
can give
we?
away some swag, right? Okay, 1K likes, we'll give away some swag. That's got to be fair. Or we'll be removed from commentary.
Anybody in the chat, are you here at the World Series of Poker?
Oh yeah.
Let us know. Find Jeff and I wandering the hallway. We'll hook you up with some
Wander
no
a lot.
gamble, no future gear. At least a patch.
Oh, we'll just hook them up just if they see us.
If they see us, if we've got a patch on us,
Oh,
we'll give it to them.
Okay, that's yeah. That's fair.
They have to tell us the code word.
Oh, what's the code word?
Raise all in.
Patch.
Patch, nice. Okay. Ace-9, Simon, all of it. We're gonna Seven players left. A pay jump of about $21,000. And a first place prize of almost $500,000.
Where are you? No name tag?
No big tag.
$499,852 to be exact. I feel like we could have taken 148 bucks from one of your min cashes and just moved it to first for the smooth 500K. But I don't make the rules.
Thank God. Slavinsky, you can see our shortest stack, under 10 bigs. He will be in the big blind in just a couple of hands.
Jason Smith in the chat got 300 first yesterday. Nice. Now I'm at Yard House for my weekly shift. Buffalo knows.
Attaboy. Oh, wait, that's our Jason Smith.
From Red Rock,
I see
Red
him
Rock
all the
Yard
time.
House.
What's
Yeah,
up,
yeah,
Jason?
yeah.
I think my family was just there 2 days ago.
Without you?
I've been a little busy.
Yeah, that's true. Trexler the 9-6 off in the small blind. Put a little pressure on Nahum. He probably feels the pressure with a couple short stacks looming. Sitting in a, for now, relatively comfortable third place position.
12,500,000.
Can I get the ante, please? Thank you very much.
Keep it here. Keep it here. So, King 4.
Yeah, that's not really much of a calling hand.
I thought it's Ace King.
You said you folded ace king?
No.
Oh, I was like, no.
Fold ace
Like,
king?
you
No,
can sell
in your
that
dreams.
somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like,
He respects your raises so much.
yeah. Ace king's in my range. What a raise with ace king.
Slavinsky just looks like a Bears fan. Ditka.
Yeah, originally from the Ukraine, lives in Chicago.
Is it time with just ace-4 off? Look at how short he is. The big blind approaching the very next hand. If he moves it in here, puts a ton of pressure on Chatterley, who is also short. And this, I love this.
I do not.
Making a stand.
Goes for it with the ace-4.
Yeah.
Who has to muck fives in the small
Look at all the good
blind.
hands that fold. Fives, jack deuce.
Chatterley the ace-3, starting the hand as you see on the top of your screen. About 10 bigs. Lays it down. Slavinsky picks up a crucial pot.
Now, Jeff, you did not like that, which I
Didn't
do,
love
by
it.
the way, theoretically agree. I just wanted to see it. Explain
You're
why.
an action guy. I think the ace-4 off in early position.
Seven-handed.
Seven-handed with 10 bigs. 10
Yeah.
bigs is not end of the world doom and gloom. Shove with any ace.
Now,
under the
about to
gun.
be less than 8.
True.
Had he
true.
folded and stepped directly into the big blind.
Also,
but,
I feel
but you're
like-
sitting around, right? You're kind of waiting.
Sitting around waiting. You aren't the significant short stack. You know, I think even if you were, you would probably fold the ace-4 off. And I know you just like the action. And maybe it is also possible this table would be perhaps slightly tighter than others. I don't know. Would be over folding some.
Raise.
That is a significant open, I believe.
40 million.
Now, I saw this out of Wallace on day one. Whenever he had a hand like this,
To the moon.
he went like 8x
I believe
on
that's
his
what
opens.
this is, 40 million. And Simon has ace queen. Simon starting the hand with 15 bigs. Couple shorter stacks out there.
Mean to raise that much?
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
He meant to raise this much.
It's a tricky spot. I know to start the day when they were at 2 tables, these two were at different tables. So perhaps Simon a bit unfamiliar with Wallace's mechanics. Tricky spot here though with ace queen.
Really brutal. More than half of his chips already committed with the raise sizing to 40 million. Look at this ace queen into the
go.
muck.
Can't believe I just folded that.
Nice hand.
Well, probably a good thing he did fold considering we saw 2 aces just go into the muck.
I almost jumped in the sauce.
There you go.
That would have been good. You have ace king? Oh, I had better. And ace queen. Big ring. Where you from, bro? St. Louis. Ohio, bro. Good to meet you. Can't believe I folded. 12 big more.
Trexler the queen jack. Still our slight chip leader.
Raise. 12 million.
Three straight hands for Chatterley looking down. It's some form of an ace. Is ace 9 off good enough for him right here with 7 bigs? You know that Trexler should be opening a lot of pots. It does pass.
Ace 4 for Wallace in the big.
Both a raise.
12 million.
You're looking at number 1 and
Yeah.
number 2 in chips about to collide here in this pot, assuming Wallace flicks it in. There we get it. There it is.
Jack 8-4, pairs for both, top pair for Trexler. Wallace checks, Trexler instantly reaches and fires.
15 million.
Goes relatively big, about half pot, 15 million.
Thanks, man. D'accord?
Wallace not done yet. Can't blame him. Now more than 60 million in this pot. ace on the turn. It's aces and fours for Wallace, who has the only heart. Check, check, and the river is a 7. Well, folks, we'll have a new chip leader after this hand. Only question left is how big that chip lead will be.
31-5.
This is pretty brutal for Trexler. Flush comes home, 9-10, which was open-ended on the flop, also gets there.
All the draws get there, and then you bet.
He could take your job easy.
All the draws get there, and then you bet. My kind of move.
Kind of get in the way of his bluffs too with a queen in your hand.
This feels bluffy to me.
But he says something's.
Oh my.
I mean, if this man's in bluff catching mode, I feel like he calls with queen jack.
Make sure there's no confusion. Oh, man. Definitely has, you have all of that in your range.
I've yet to hear him make an argument for calling. He's acknowledging all the draws and everything. He just said he has all of that in his range.
Find me a bluff.
Right.
Turning a bare 4 into a bluff.
Queen 10 or something. Would you have a queen?
I don't think you can
9.
find
I
a
don't
bluff.
think he would bluff those hands. I'm just saying when you're trying to find some. Also, another player got to be a little restless, as turbo-ish, 40-minute levels, and you're pretty shallow. Kind of wanted him to pick up the pace a little bit here. Understanding, of course, the significance of this pot still.
I really do. I really, really think you're bluffing.
Wallace gonna get paid off.
Aces and fours are good. Yes!
Hot sauce. Hot sauce.
That's a sauce, bro. I was just a sauce.
A hot sauce.
Boss with the sauce.
Nice hand.
That's what they call Wade Wallace.
Ah, yes, out of Ohio, mentioned. He is a part of a very large blacksmith assembly. He leads the charge. He's been doing it for the last 15, 16 years. His wife is here, family, friends. His dad is here. And if you look carefully, he's got a little card protector. It may be tough to spot. It's an old stone with 2 pocket 10s painted on top. That was his grandfather's,
Wow.
who he used to travel to Las Vegas with years and years and years ago. And the
that.
reason why Wade plays poker.
Keeping his memory alive with that card protector, really cool. In just a second, WSOP cash. Oh, Trexler now picks up the birds. Perhaps it can come across as being on tilt. He's got the goods.
No good, no good, no good. 2 overs, maybe even paired.
Let us know where you're watching us from on YouTube. And we have a worldwide audience. Appreciate all of you tuning into our World Series of Poker coverage. Most of the time on YouTube, it's been Remco Rinkema, Donnie Peters crushing it.
They've been doing it for hours upon hours.
They
till 2 in the morning,
hard,
3 in the morning
yeah.
at times.
The mixed games also they've been diving into.
I am curious though, where is everybody from? And also, if you're just tuning in, like and subscribe. Just do it. Do it now. Click that thumbs up. Once we get to 1,000, Jeff is going to give away something.
Yep. So I'm Jeff Platt, he's Brent Hanks. Again, thank y'all for being with us from California, North Dakota, Vegas, France, Minnesota, the UK, NYC, Liverpool, Illinois, Greece. I give you some, you go.
William Lawson out of Indiana.
Thank you.
Dave LT, Chesterfield, England. Big up, Wales, Jason Bush says. There's Morocco in the building. Istanbul. Bridget out of Minnesota. Finnegan is my friend from Littleton, Colorado.
South Dakota, Sweden, Montana, Prague, Louisiana. Pretty awesome. Van down by the river.
That's 100%, by the way. Every time you ask that question, 100% of the time somebody types
Always
that in.
gonna get that one. I like it every time. Have more than 415,000 subscribers to our YouTube channel. That's even more credit. That should go Remco and Donnie's way. They want to get to 500K, Brent, by the end of the series.
500K, and you said we're at 415,000.
And all you have to do is click subscribe, and then
That's
it's like
it.
boom. Yeah, it doesn't
Click it.
cost you anything. You're just there.
Fun Tim says, how about Buffalo, New York? That a boy. Go Bills. Niall says, can you get the audio sorted? What is, sorry, what's wrong with the audio, guys? We can't hear it on our end.
Yeah, it's Brent sounds
All sounds
perfect
clear to
me.
us.
But we're watching the chat, so let us know if you have any criticism, either constructive or creative. Just say you guys suck. Don't get much out of that. All of it from Cannon in the small blind with the ace-3. Checks are the king-5 off. Folds.
Everyone says the audio's fine. Yeah, we're fine.
And there is a couple people say refresh the stream and then your audio will be good. So,
or turn up the volume on your end.
Black 4.
Figure it out.
It's a black 4.
Black 4?
I think. Yeah. I mean, no, it's not. Whoa. Did you just give him 2 in a row?
Yeah.
He hasn't.
This is supposed to be his card.
He hasn't gotten a second card yet.
It's a mistake. This day.
Dying to know what you have on that hand. This is the next turn. Where we at?
Oh, I'm doing great, man.
74 to 95.
Wish I could have gotten action on my last raise. That would have been awesome.
Connor, thank you for the $5. You guys are cutting in and out. Sorry about that. Try to refresh your stream. That seems to be a common cure. Also, Trexler's name is ET, and he's repping Bremerton. Well, let's go, ET. All right, ET. In second place right now. Gladiators of Poker.
Has he got that alien in him? I mean, you're
Oh,
reading these stories, right? How they've crashed landed out here in Las
Yeah,
Vegas
I've
in
seen
someone's
some of that.
backyard. I'm also convinced that Sean Winter is in fact an alien. So maybe there's
Seen
just
enough
a
evidence
lot
there.
of people out here that are part alien.
Or it could just be his initials.
Wait,
Yeah, you're right.
7,500,000.
Simon in the cutoff here.
Boy,
Makes it 11.5 million with the ace-9 suited.
and off of 12
about 12.
bigs.
Yeah.
Boy, you would think that would just go all in pre. Is the plan to raise fold ace-9 suited if you're Simon? I don't love it.
Here we go, Jason.
Jeff, you have any experience with aliens?
No. I mean, I have zero experience with aliens.
Really? No, never seen anything
No.
out of the ordinary?
No.
UFOs, none of
No.
that?
How
Kind of
about
boring,
you?
man. Oh, every day.
Every day, really?
You gonna buy my ticket? You gonna buy my
That
ticket?
12 big blinds on the cutoff one's in an intriguing spot. You know, some of you
You still probably
could
got
look
more
at what our
money
friends have to say at
than-
GTO
probably got more
Wizard.
money than me, even if I win.
It's kind of final table spot with different stack sizes, pay jumps, and what you're supposed to do with the ace-9 suited in the cutoff. I'm getting ahead of myself. There's probably a GTO Wizard promo coming up.
A deuce.
Snoop Dogg. Oh, what's up, Snoop Dogg? Thank you for the money. Is it just a coincidence that
You had
Eden
a
Rocks arrived in Vegas the same day
You got a call.
Alien story broke? I have no idea what you're talking about, but thank you for the $4.99, and Remco and Donnie will get some coffee out of it.
What is Eden Rocks?
How much you had?
Like 38.5, I think.
More than 7,000 of you tuned into
Wow,
this. Thank
very
you
cool.
all so much.
And if you're just tuning in, you're checking out the Gladiators of Poker. This is a World Series of Poker event, a $300 buy-in that drew the second largest turnout in history. More than 23,000 entries.
Jason, are you an Austin guy?
Huh?
Are you an Austin guy?
St. Louis.
Oh, okay. One of the players that is rooting for you has a Lodge shirt on, so I was
I
thinking.
lived there for a year in 7th grade, but haven't been back since.
I lived there last year,
Did you?
I'm all
so
in.
I was like, hold it. I doubt we know many of the same
And who
people.
jams with the two short stacks in the blinds.
You can see why he's doing this, applying maximum
Yeah,
pressure
like it.
to these two short stacks. He says King 8 is good enough. Pick up that dead money in the middle. You know these guys are going to fold so many hands just like that.
Were you the one who said you lived in Minnesota for a year?
Those are the two places I live besides St. Louis.
Really?
Nailed them.
Which was better?
I actually liked them both at the time, but
And you settled on St. Louis?
well, that's where I lived
I
all
feel
the
like
other
that's a
years of my
downgrade
life.
from both.
I mean, I'm
Like
not gonna
30,
judge
what do
it,
you
but
have?
you know,
30?
Murder capital.
gang, gang.
Yeah, 31.
Just in case I bust you out, we are not in St. Louis. Like, that's not acceptable behavior in Las Vegas, Nevada.
I feels you.
Players, next hand, 3,600,000.
The lab agrees with you, by the way, on the ace-9 suited in the cutoff.
Just a pure shove, right?
Just a pure shove, but ace-10 suited. Too good.
Too
Just
good.
raise.
You raise
Well,
and you hope
you
to get it in.
started one, just- yeah.
You're
There was
inducing.
one. I had two as well. It's okay. We're gonna live.
I think they have more.
Anybody want to do shots?
Slavinsky now in the small blind. 7 bigs, 8-6 offsuit.
Three-handed?
You're only up
Like,
against
I'm
one other
only in
opponent.
if
That is the
everybody's
chip
in.
leader, Wade Wallace. Do you make your stand?
No, no shots. It's kind of disappointing. It's a line I've heard a few times.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Good luck.
It's not enough.
Thank you.
Lines are up to 3 million, 6 million. They
One more
6
chip leader.
million big blind
One more
ante.
purple chip, I think.
Andrew coming in to deal
yeah,
for us.
yeah,
Careful,
you're right,
Andrew. Don't break the table.
Yep.
What is
It's now
your
only
name?
113
Eric, good to meet you, man.
Yep.
big blinds on the table. Average stack around 16 bigs.
I'm 0 for 2 in big pots with you now. I'm not gonna stop trying though.
I'll keep on trying, bud. I'll battle all day, son.
As long as I can.
Yep. Let's do this.
Didn't you have the ace king yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, sick hand.
Super standard. Like
He's getting it all in.
we were
there, bud.
getting, he was never folding, and we were getting it all in at some point.
Yep. It's all going in there.
How's this for a hand? It's the ace of spades and the ace of clubs. You like it?
That's why he waited, Jeff. Now let's see.
6 bigs, not even.
Crazy thing is,
Wouldn't you love to
his
just
queen
see
of
a little
hearts, queen of
min raise?
hearts.
Try and
Say.
eke out as much action as
Sick.
possible.
It's like,
That's like a Sean Winter would do
I
that,
mean, not that it was any good.
right?
Yeah.
6 bigs in his stack, he would just min raise with the birds on the button.
Raise to 12 million.
There
And
we
how
go.
about this from Slavinsky?
There we go.
The min raise with the aces.
Might look like he's trying to get away with something.
Found one I can't.
Been doing
Aces.
the smile from Bodon.
All right, guys, I'm gonna win the next hand.
Min raise off that side.
Unless I don't.
Hey, Bob. Guess so.
Bodon Slavinsky from Ukraine lives in Chicago. Live tournament earnings of more than $220,000. This is second World Series final table. Finished in 6th in a 1,500 event in 2018 for 54K. They called that event the Big Blind Ante 1,500 no limit event, and now, of course, Big Blind Ante Standard.
Amazing how far the big blind ante has come, and it has become standardized across pretty much every single stop, any tour, any tournament.
Even remember some of the European poker tours had button ante for a little bit, and see ya.
Adios.
America wins again.
Online
am I right?
sites are all doing the big blind ante. Is that true or no?
No, it's not sure.
Is that only WSOP.com that does not? Because doesn't GG do the big blind ante?
No, GG does normal ante.
They do the normal?
Yeah. A little easier for the dealers to count. Ace-jack, all of it. I crack myself up. Because it's online, so it's just automatic. Yeah. They're not actual dealers.
Oh boy.
All right. All right, Chatterley up to more than 50 million in chips. Johnson Chatterley, live tournament earnings of $6,200. It's going to make at least $74,670.
Chatterley, Cannon, and Slavinsky all right around that
I'm okay
50
with it.
million chip mark. Less than 10 big blinds.
What was exposed?
Ace of clubs.
Just an ace.
Just an ace.
So an ace exposed. I don't know whose that was going to be. Nahum still bumps it up with ace king.
Raise. 15 million. What that ace fucking king? Yeah. I'm not having one.
Raise and take it for Nahum. His wife, McCall, on the rail. They watch a lot of our PokerGO content, which is cool.
What had ace king?
That ace king. I saw it
There's
after I saw that. ace.
closing in on 8,000 people watching right now. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. If you're just tuning in, like and subscribe to this channel. The goal by the end of the summer is 500,000 subscribers.
Play bad.
And for today, we're going to keep our like goal quite small. We just need 1,000.
Oh, we're right there.
1,000 thumbs up, and Jeff will give away a no gamble, no future beanie, I
A
believe.
beanie, okay.
Right
Let's do
here.
it, yep.
If you're at the World Series, come collect your beanie. Find Jeff.
Yes. Well, you have to win and then find me. But yes, Chatterley all in with the ace queen. Simon with 2 jacks. And we are in for a collision right here.
Come on, Jason. It's got a pretty. It's catching light.
That one?
Auto stack as a top.
Right.
Chatterley the one at risk with the ace queen. Simon the one with the jacks.
Jack's ace.
Ace of queen, maybe.
122 million chip pot.
Ace queen's black. Ace queen of black. I mean, like, so you know.
Ask me.
Ace of queen.
Jacks.
Come on, baby.
Jack. Ask queen.
I want to see it come off first.
Crucial flip. 986
No
all
jams,
hearts.
3 hearts. Nobody has a heart. Huh?
Chatterley still looking for an ace or a queen.
Ace of queen.
10 of diamonds.
Doesn't find it on the
10 of
turn. The
Any
turn is
jack
a
now.
10.
Yeah.
Jack. We don't
Queens
need
are now not good. The jacks are good.
Yeah, jack or ace. Jack or ace.
Needs an
Come on,
ace
baby.
or a jack, and it's a deuce on the river. That does it for Johnson Chatterley out in 7th for almost $75,000.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You will absolutely
I don't
take
know, it's
75 grand and be thrilled about it.
That's 60 something.
He has him covered. That's a bust out. There you go. There you go, Wes.
It hurts in the moment. What a run.
Yeah, you as well. I've been lucky.
They are flying out now. 6 remain here
that's okay.
in the Gladiator.
That's the whole reason I lost, man.
Yeah, hey, you know?
Thanks, man.
That's what you need.
That's a 21K pay jump for everybody else.
Eventually,
Next
I
pay
need
jump
some
worth
chips,
about
but-
$28,000.
I was rooting for 10 until I saw the run out.
I was rooting
Are
for
we
you.
in the land of 6 figures yet?
Not yet, but we're close.
It doesn't
Next
matter.
payout
You
almost
were close. So.
96K.
Yeah, still, you'd rather have it.
Huh?
Still,
Again, a $300 buy-in.
I got Spencer.
Okay.
Shout out to Mike Spencer, the homie. Your brother just busted out. It's not necessarily true. He might deal one.
42.
43.
And
I hope I just
Reiki
jinxed him and now
B in the chat. Hi, Jeff. How did Brent do in last night's
42.
tournament? You were on the floor doing interviews
Oh,
of the
good
25K and ran into Brent with a huge stack. Well, I'm here
Yeah,
now in the booth.
that tournament is still going on.
That tournament
was
is
the
running.
$800 deep stack.
I did make day 2. However, I busted in 266th place.
What'd that pay?
Hasn't come up
About
yet?
22 or 2,300
Okay.
bucks.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, Seattle.
I mean, you had almost
This is
300K
Bob. Bob's awesome. He's from
like right
he's from
away.
Texas.
It's an absurd chip stack in front of you.
I had more than 300,000
We've played.
at the
We've played.
1K 2,500 level, and I did not have more than 300,000 until,
Yeah.
well, I believe it was 5K 10K, maybe 3K 6K.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was it, Jack?
Now, who just slims in with the king 3 in the small blind versus the short stack Slavinsky in the big, who does flop 2 pair
I
here?
feel like I gave it a consideration.
This guy stays in the tank.
This is surprising here out of
I feel like I
Nahum.
gave it an
I
actual,
think
like-
that King 3 should just be moving it all in pre-flop, applying max pressure against the short stack or shorter stack of Slavinsky.
What did I have?
Good question in the chat, directed at the one Will Jaffe Dankness. When will High Noon return? Well, folks, you're in
I
luck
wouldn't have
right
thought
here
of
on this YouTube channel tomorrow.
Oh, that's what I was
High
thinking.
Noon
love
I was thinking
is
about what my
back.
item
And of
was.
course, the time, noon,
I have, like,
Pacific
3-5
time.
off or
That's
something.
with Will Dankness, Mincy, Natalie Bodie, Ryan DePaulo, and whoever else that we wrangle up on the floor that we'll be capturing on High Noon. A lot of investigations to get to, a lot of stories.
After some time off, yeah, a lot to dive back into. Looking forward to that returning. That show cracks me up. Just sit there and laugh for an hour.
I might need a job that I have to work at less after this. Oh, I know.
Jack 6 suited for Slavinsky. One of the shortest stacks, less than 10 bigs. Chip leader in the big.
I don't even know where I am. Like, I don't know if I'm in the Paris or the Horseshoe. My buddy's just like said, "You're going this way." Huh? Yeah.
Well, you're in Horseshoe,
This
the
is
Horseshoe Event
right?
Center.
Okay.
It's another spot here where Slavinsky, really with the suited jack, you just need to be moving it in. It's so easy to say from the booth and for those of us tuning in from home. So much money on the line in these moments, it's difficult to pull the trigger.
The whole thing.
And you're just setting.
And
oh,
you
never
sort of flip it
mind.
around. Wallace
Yeah,
there, door
yeah.
open. He should then, in return, be moving it all in with Queen 10.
So you kind of set
You know
yourself
what I
up
really
for that
appreciate?
a lot of times. But Wallace does
Players
check
in this
back.
tournament so far have all been really cool.
And now he
Everybody I've
flops
sat next to is showered.
the Broadway draw. Slavinsky flops a flush
So
draw.
like,
And if
big
you
ups
do,
to
if
the
you're
players
Slavinsky,
for showering before they played
If you
poker.
don't think that the big blind, being
Just
Wallace,
like, that's not always the case. And I'll
is
be on
playing
record
properly,
saying
in
that.
other words, moving it all in pre-flop in moments where he should, with hands that he should, such as this, then you get away with these limps.
Maybe. Eventually, I mean, for sure. Huh? I'm going.
I know you had that all the time.
Yeah. I have a good time most places, though.
You make a good time.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
Wallace
you know,
right now is sort of kicking himself, thinking, oh man, why didn't I just
you're
put
only
it
here
in
for so
pre?
long, you know? You can choose to have a good time or not.
Slavinsky staying alive.
We got 6 players. All right, guys. So the update is we're at 95K.
Thank
I
you,
don't know how
Eric.
closely you guys are paying attention, but that's what it is. One of you may not get $100,000. Or one of us. One of us. I
Good way to phrase it. A7 suited for Cannon. Shortest stack. Almost 8 bigs in front of him.
Cannon knows how to blast off.
All in.
Hence his last name.
Yes, well said.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going great. Yes. I mean, like, I've got plenty of losses to, but I can work as much as I want. Like, if I want to work 90 hours next week, I can do it.
No, what's that? No.
Not quite sure what you need to ask for a count here in this spot with the 7-4 offsuit.
And I thought about just like showing up and dealing
Wow,
with it.
what is Slavinsky doing here? Is this posturing, I believe?
It is, but like, what's the point of it?
Exactly. That's just for If I go back, I'm gonna work. Just because like. Oh, not here.
Just to make Cannon sweat a little bit, maybe? I don't know.
No, some other Eric Drexler. Huh? Yes. Blue shirt did. He's come down, visited me. Yeah.
I like Bodon, so I want to tell him he's kind of on the Chad's bad side right now for tanking with the 7-4 off.
Okay.
Got to pick up the pace with the trash hands, and then everybody will come around.
I think you played with him. Yeah.
Drexler's having a blast. You can tell, which is cool. He and
He's
Israel
loving life.
had the Team Torch patches on.
I love it.
Came
He's
up
going
and-
to continue to open as well. A hair below 20 bigs, but everybody's folding left and right.
Yeah.
He's comfortable out there.
And he's probably seen Wallace be a bit more conservative despite being a pretty significant chip leader. Thinks the door is open. Cannon with the same hand, forming the Queen 10, perhaps defendable off a shorter stack. It's a little bit more than a min raise. Went 2.5x. Are the shortest stack. Just seems a bit too good of a hand to just fling into the muck when not facing an all-in, but that's what Cannon chooses to do.
Take it.
You're defending there.
Yes.
I think so. What
I
about
am.
you?
Like
Yeah, of
4
course.
waters, please.
You're the short stack. You have Queen 10. You're facing a min raise. You're getting a great price. You just C3, try to connect, get the money in. And for us,
Red Bull would be great too, if I could, please.
two idiots here in the booth talking,
No,
it's
I'm
so
needy.
easier said than done
Sure.
when you're out there in the moment playing for all this money on the line.
Okay, yeah, break it. 1, 2. Nah. Yes, thanks, man. Appreciate you. Huh?
Slavinsky
Oh, yeah,
now with a good one. Get a cocktail first and then bump it up.
Might as
to
well
Jason.
have a little
Why
sauce.
I asked for sugar-free. I never drink it. I hate it.
Or water.
And I didn't actually order it for my
he shoving
buddy. I
that in the
just ordered
pocket?
it
Just
for
open it.
myself for some reason.
$11 bigs for Slavinsky. Just gonna reorganize a
On you,
bit
bro.
back to the water.
You know it's on you.
It's on you.
You know it's on you. Yeah, he knows.
He is taking his sweet old time, isn't he, old Slavinsky?
Does jam.
Oh, boy.
Wallace looks down at ace queen. The cutoff.
He may need a count. Really tough spot. 11 bigs. Wallace is the chip leader. You would think it's an automatic call, but we've seen how Wallace navigates.
True, true.
Understanding he's the chip leader, trying to hold on and maintain that top spot.
לא, זה צריכה טכנית.
מה זה חבל על אפילו צריכה טכנית, צריכה בסיסית.
לא. 66. יש פה שניים,
אנחנו מופעים יותר ממך בטלוויזיה.
זה $60,000. מה פתאום? איזה עכשיו?
הלך לי המזגן בבית.
Slavinsky gonna have to take a quick call. I thought maybe that wasn't his phone.
This is genuine consideration
yeah,
by Wallace.
and-
He might get away from this. This is
Wow, this
crazy
would be
to think about.
absurd.
מצלמת לא עליהם, אז אין בעיה. לא למקום, מה זה דפק?
חזק.
Oh my God. Oh my
Does
gosh.
lay it down.
How does he throw that in the muck? Incredible.
No, I don't think you're going to be folding.
And Trexler has 9.
It's 66 total, correct?
Wow.
I think we're probably playing this one.
Yeah, I think so
Just
too.
a heads up. Well, I'm giving it a thought. Yeah, I call. Call.
Does make the call. Here we go. Slavinsky all in and at risk with the ace king.
We're racing.
Against Eric Drexler's
We're
9.
racing. 9's ace king. I don't have any suits.
Oh my God.
Wallace thrilled
watch
at the
this way.
moment. King 8-7.
What are you doing to me, man?
6.
Bodan takes a commanding
Oh,
lead.
okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Backdoor straight draws are available for
No,
Drexler.
just a 9. Ended right now. Just a 9. Just a 9.
Instead, though, it's a deuce on the turn. 9 on the river is the only way Bodan Slavinsky is eliminated.
No one's going to be short after this.
I run really hot with 9s
Oh,
in
yeah.
this tournament.
Best player.
Really hot. I've been running good with 9s, baby. The sugar free. The sugar free. Lucky sugar free.
I love Team Torch.
Drexler wins the fight in dramatic fashion.
Still running good with 9s.
He delivers the 9 from outer space. On the river.
How do you know?
That's how it's done.
I hope.
What?
A lot.
That was quite exhilarating.
Team Torch. Nice hand.
At the final table
I don't think
of
anybody
the
is saying
second biggest
Should be painful to bust.
in
you know,
history.
everybody cheering against you.
to spike
About who it
that
is.
9-ball on the river. What a rush that must be for Eric Drexler.
Absolutely exhilarating. And it was Wallace, let's keep in mind, who
Yeah.
made this
Oh, yeah.
ridiculous
Oh, yeah.
laydown
Yeah,
with
yeah,
ace queen. Now he's off
It's
to work.
okay. He's
With
good.
a couple
He
9s of
just
his
saw the
own.
river before it happened. He knew it's coming. It's okay. I know he would not have done that intentionally. Like, so. Good time for a suck out.
Wallace with 9s now.
18, right?
Bodan Slavinsky out in 6 for $95,890. That moves us into the 6-figure club. Our final 5 guaranteed, almost 124K. With about a 37K pay jump from 5th to 4th. not going to get that smile off Trexler's face anytime soon.
Israel went absolutely bananas. And the money is oh so serious
we all
now.
got 100K now.
You can feel the anxiety. You can feel the pressure.
Hey, you know, man of the people.
But perhaps not Trexler. This guy is just
loose
as a goose.
Like, I bust people out. I'll have like one person that hates me and 3 that like me every time.
Good ratio.
Yeah.
Pretty good ratio.
You can get elected with a ratio like that.
Cannon, all of it, the ace-3 off.
How much?
What a 9. What a river card. Oh, no, we're good. We're good. Somehow.
Mine's
46.
Connor, that was akin to Doug Polk rivering the queen in the heads up. Yeah, that was a dramatic river as well when Polk got it all in versus Brewer in the 25K heads up championship semifinals. Queens versus Brewers Kings. You know the rest because it's Chris Brewer on the other end. No way those Kings were holding up, right?
No chance. More than 9,000 people here, majority of which saw that 9 on the river just a moment ago. Make sure you click like, the thumbs up, and subscribe to this channel.
We are over 1,000 likes, so we will be giving away No Gamble, No Future beanie, hoodie.
We're doing the beanie.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
hoodie for 2K.
I'll be doing a little boogie here. Trexler eyeing up this stack. 10 bigs out of the loose cannon. Tough spot. Just on the cutoff.
It's like 60 million.
Cannon is the short stack.
Let's go.
Much was it?
It's going to be around 60.
You ain't got to count.
I don't believe Wallace considering no. Into the muck we go.
Cannon, man, to start the day when they came back with 14, he was pretty short stack and just keeps finding these spots. Found a couple double ups earlier in the day when he was really short.
I might have had the best hand, but I definitely had the best hand that folded there. Least favorite hand to play for the race.
$15 million.
King queens.
Yeah, I saw the king.
I hate that hand for a raise. I'm like, he opened right.
Queen suited for Nahum. 15 bigs. He opens. And he's going to be met with some resistance here. Simon looks down at ace king.
Fucking V line. He has 10 bigs. 10 bigs, yeah.
So many hands colliding. King, queen suited for Nahum.
It's close.
Starting with just off 15 bigs. Is this really going to hit the muck?
Makes the call. Here we go. Nahum not going to like to see this.
King, queen.
King, queen suited trails. Ace king.
Queen suited and hearts.
It's like a $200 million fund.
There's 196 million in chips in the middle.
I can't tell. Yeah.
King, Jack 3.
No change.
Nahum still needs a queen. Can he find it on the turn? No, he cannot. He'll need it on the river. His day is done. Back-to-back dramatic rivers. No, deuce on the river. Quite the run for Nahum, out in 5th for $123,840.
Right to the bank, 123,000. What a score.
That becomes the biggest live score of his career. He had finished 61st in the 2017 main for just over 120K.
Least favorite hand in the entire world.
Now we are down to 4.
Yeah.
Final 4. Confronted with a 50K pay jump right off the bat. Up top, almost 500K.
How about Cannon, by the way? Just able to maneuver, meander his way and ladder up.
All right, we're up to 160.
He has printed so much money, avoiding the chaos.
We've got 3 guys effectively tied for first, and Wallace, Simon, and Trexler. Then a fall off before we see Cannon stack at about 10 bigs. Kind of speaks to the value of stack preservation. Just never really panicked in that 7 to 10 big blind range. Didn't feel compelled to get the chips in, and look where he is now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You were under the gun.
What's that?
You were under the gun, the hand that I monked king queen.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, I believe.
Shout out to 2 of the good guys getting it done yesterday. How about bracelet number 5 for Josh Aria? That came in the 10K Limit Hold'em Championship. You might have seen it right here on our YouTube channel. Entered the 4th day of that tournament, 3rd out of 3, and just spun it up en route to bracelet number 5. And then David ODB Baker in the 1500 Raz was at a significant chip disadvantage, heads up against Justin Liberto, and found a way, and he got it done. ODB wins bracelet number 3. And Wild Bill Klein, man, he almost did it, didn't he?
Gosh, I thought Bill was going to seal the deal. He had all the chips at one point.
That was in the 50K. Leon Stern came out on top.
Young Leon, too. Largest career
crusher.
score, first bracelet. I believe only 23 or 24 years young.
Won the GG Super Millions last month for a cool 1.5. I mean,
what a
he's
heater.
Just crushing it.
Rawr. Thank you.
I didn't think he was that good, you know. Doesn't seem like he studies much. No.
Didn't do it for you, huh?
Just way off, yeah. Not going to be hard to find a much better player than Stern.
Dang, bro.
Oh, Wallace gets the walk with 2 kings.
I had ace queen.
Did you?
No.
There's Donnie Peters in the chat.
Get in there, bro.
Usually hear him and Remco crushing it on the YouTube coverage.
There we go, DP. He's got to be out there playing today. He's got a nice day off.
Running bad.
I asked him yesterday. I think he's got something going on this afternoon. Prohibited him from the 1500 freeze out. But Donnie, I mean, late reg is open till what? We looked at it for you until 8-ish?
8 p.m.
Come on down.
Get right in there.
Brent Hanks is going to jump in, so the field's going to be all due respect. No offense.
None taken.
Wallace with that ace-5 suited in the small blind. It's the call. Comes king 8-3. Trexler outflops Wallace. Blue in the chat, what day of the Gladiator is this? This is day 3. 4 opening flights. Day 2 yesterday, day 3 today. 30-minute levels on day 1, 40-minute levels day 2 and 3. Trexler jumps into the chip lead.
Now, all these guys have been very impressive, but it is Trexler's demeanor that strikes me the most. He seems to be the most calm amongst the four, just extremely comfortable the way he's maneuvering and the way he's handling this final table situation. Also helps to spike a two-outer on the river. And Wallace there, king five suited, probably just needs to be an open on the button, perhaps avoiding it.
Simon with the 5 says, let's dance. Cannon, the short stack. Queen 3, not particularly thrilled. We'll most likely let this one go.
Two fives.
Ace deuce for Simon on the button. I've seen a couple of you mention this in the chat. How about Daniel Negreanu running deep in this very event? Same guy who's going to fire the 100K and the 250K this week. Jumps in the $300 Gladiators and almost just does it.
A man of the people. He got that, I believe, field bonus as well for the fantasy teams involved.
Finish 72nd. Cannon all of it with the king 9 suited. Simon will ask for a count, not too excited about it. Kind of in a brutal spot here. How's our fantasy team doing? Have you checked?
Well, Jeff, you know, it's not about really the current status. It's about how we all end up.
So we're in last?
Dead last.
Yeah.
3 of us all have like
good-looking squad.
200. I might.
Well, in the literal meaning, I tend to agree.
Like I might have literally lost the chip lead by 4.
Cannon gets that one through. It's got to feel good as he's up to 72 million. See some Daniel Negreanu emojis in the chat used by Nate. If you want to use those emojis, just click join. It's our YouTube community membership.
Get in there.
Just
Join it now.
Even Brent and I are in on that one.
I would not have folded.
Russell, is there a Google Doc for 25K Fantasy? Just go to 25kfantasy.com. There's a whole website set up. They do a great job.
If there's an all-in call, keep the cards face down. Those hands will run out last. There's 2 people bust on the same table.
Tiny shout out to Team No Gamble, No Future doing work, but not at the WSOP. Yeah, we have 3 players still in the BetMGM Championship on day 3.
Isn't that amazing?
We're happy for him, though, right?
3 of them out there contending for a title that's not here. That sums up the summer.
We'll have that BetMGM Championship for you tomorrow on this very YouTube channel.
Can't wait.
One hand only in the A game.
How much more?
How tilted are you going to be on the call for that when all 3 of them make the final table? I could see you just calling out, saying, I'm not on. Find yourself somebody else.
We're going to have some interesting interviews with those 3, that's for sure. Trexler limps in and then calls after Wallace raises.
Adam Pasquale, welcome to the rail. There you go.
Welcome.
Somebody just clicked join. Thank you, Adam. You're officially a member.
8-5-4. Trexler flops top pair in the gutter. Wheel draw an ace high for Wallace.
There is 50 million in the middle as Wallace had opened to 22 million.
Continues here for 18. Ooh. Drexler wants to put more in there right now.
Raise. It's 50.
Check raise to 50 million.
50 million.
More than 10,000 people have tuned in right now to watch this hand develop between our two chip leaders. Max pressure now being applied from Drexler against Wallace. He doesn't look finished with it, but he certainly ought to be, Jeff.
He's gonna let it go. Drexler will extend his chip lead.
It is, too, like everybody knows it too. Like that's me.
Closing in now on 40% of the chips in play is Drexler. Poker's very own Jack Black doppelganger, E.T. Eric Drexler.
Part of Team Torch.
Oh, man.
Huh? We started at noon. Yeah. Well, they gave me a lot of chips, so like it's gonna be over quick, one way or the other.
Ace King suited for Cannon. Blinds have gone up, as you see on the top of your screen. 4 million, 8 million, with an 8 million big blind ante. It puts Cannon at about 9 bigs. And it puts all of his chips into the middle. Cannon has battled as the short stack really throughout this entire final table.
I almost had a snap call there, man.
I had a sweat. I had a king.
Me too, me too, me too. First card was a 10. The second card was a 4-liner. It was a 9.
Let's deal one more hand. Take your seats. Let's deal one more hand.
Final four guarantee $160,830, a 50K pay jump from fourth to third, almost 500K up top off a $300 buy-in.
I got a king.
You know, of all the tournaments I've played, which I guess hasn't been many, but the Gladiator was hands down the most fun.
Oh, that's awesome to hear.
Absolute party out there on day one.
That's
Everybody
great.
having a blast.
Let us know in the chat if you blasted off in the Gladiator alongside Brent. I mean, not like actually at his table, but I mean also that.
Hard to believe that two of these guys that were down here, the final two tables to start the day, I actually did play with.
That's crazy in a 23,000 entry field. More than 10,000 uniques, by the way.
Now, I did go relatively deep on two of the flights,
Right.
not to brag, Jeff.
No, it's no brag when you don't make day two.
Yeah. Yeah.
AW Pod played all 4 days. Hey, you gotta take your shot. Donnie blasted, Neo King in for 4 bullets.
Donnie made a run, one of those flights.
Okay.
Did not bag, of course, like the rest
Why'd
of
you
us.
say of course?
Well,
It's very disrespectful. Donnie's been in the lab, maybe. He'll be cooking soon.
meth?
No, cooking like the kids say. You know, just let him cook, I think is, right? Did I use that properly?
I doubt it.
JJ Colossus should have the same atmosphere. That's what we love about the World Series. You can have a $300 buy-in and a $250K buy-in. Each tournament awesome in its own way. Cannon jams, blind versus blind. Trexler, nothing.
You're good, you're good, you're good.
Wesley Cannon out of Minnesota. Live tournament earnings of almost $340K. Biggest score before this, $77,000. Guaranteed to more than double that in his 9th World Series of Poker cash.
Could be.
Donnie Peters says the stream is such a great companion in the waiting room of a doctor's office. We wish you the best at your colonoscopy.
Well, he never said what he was having done at the doctor. But Donnie, take your AirPods out. Let the people listen in. Draw more people to the game. Cannon, ace queen on the button.
All right, Cannon. Let it rip. How do we proceed? 11 bigs, ace queen, a hand that seemingly is a premium. Does he come with the min? Some sort of try to induce off that stack, or no, it is just pure grip and rip.
Don't mind your idea on the little min, little click. Randy, hey Brent, I used to play at Salamanca with your dad. Salamanca?
What, who's that? Who said it?
Randy, I've lost the chat. Randy Swackhammer.
Randy Swackhammer, there we go. Salamanca, shout
Dave
out.
Hanks.
Western New York, right there on the border of Pennsylvania and New York. Not too far from my beloved St. Bonaventure University, Jeff. In fact, at Salamanca, that's where Matt Berkey and I met, cut our teeth, began our lifelong friendship right there in that very card room and casino. The Tortoise as well.
Brian LaManna.
Part of the mix.
I think the Tortoise was in for a few bullets in the Gladiator.
Oh, I'm sure he was.
Cannon now going to min raise off 15 bigs in the ace-8 suited. Simon with the king-10 off.
Deal one more hand. Deal one more hand.
Does defend.
Wrong 5. Oh. Needs a gray. Duh.
10 at 9-3 with no club. This one all Simon.
Not particularly favorable texture when you have the ace-8 off.
And another 10 on the turn.
This could be a troublesome card. Simon perhaps letting Cannon off the hook. Checks it once more, sets the trap. Had he bet, would Cannon have considered looking him up with ace high?
And now will he consider looking him up with ace high?
A disastrous run out for Cannon. You're right, Jeff. If Simon does bet here, it may be awfully difficult to fold ace high. And just such perfect, delicate, tiny sizing. Just screams, pay me.
It's designed for these ace highs to make the call. Ace high does make that call and Simon gets paid off. Simon over 200 million in chips.
And Cannon finds himself in familiar territory now, drifting back to that 10 big blind mark. And he's rewarded with the big blind as well.
20,000.
20,000.
Maybe 20 million.
Yeah, same. 20,000. How about that?
Yeah.
Welcome, Plato Poker to the rail has
Poker,
just
there we
joined.
go.
He is now a member. Thank you, Plato Poker, for the membership. All aboard.
Trying to build that YouTube community squad.
While we're at it, folks, if you're just tuning in, hit that thumbs up, the like button, subscribe to the channel now if you haven't already. Please show your support. We want to continue to bring you guys free coverage right here at the World Series of Poker.
Cannon now at 2 9s in the small blind. Starting the hand with a little less than 8 bigs. I'm sorry, a little less than, no, 8. Yeah, no, I'm right. Disregard. Just limps in here. Trexler with king 3. Cannon setting the trap, but Trexler checks. Ace 10 9.
And 9s remain sizzling hot.
Check, another ace on the turn.
I'm all in.
Call.
Ooh.
Oh my!
Wow.
Cannon leads for 8 million,
He has a monster.
and Trexler just jams.
Yeah. I'm dead.
Cannon just snaps it off and will double up.
What just happened?
58.5, right?
What in the world?
60.
He has all the nuts.
Crazy.
Just like, yeah. I got.
Wesley Cannon gifted the double.
What is it?
60.5.
Okay.
What a dream.
He snap calls. I'm like, uh-oh. Wrong side. Nope.
That's the ultimate
Nice, man.
nightmare for Trexler.
Still the chip leader, though, is Trexler.
I was right.
You were right.
I was right. You didn't have an ace.
Bizarre all in.
No, it was really the same thing. Nice hand, man.
Game on.
It wasn't quads, it was 9s. He didn't have quads, he had 9s full of aces, full of 10s. But I knew I was wrong, Dad.
So now at the ace 4.
Don't let Cannon get hot. This kid
Right.
is dangerous. Fundamentally, technically sound, I think from what we have seen, maybe the better player amongst the 4.
9-10 ace ace.
does look like the most experienced, at least as far as live tournament earnings are concerned. As it's trick queens now for Wallace.
And Wallace now setting the trap, and this could get looked up by a very maybe sticky, frustrated Texler with just ace high. He likes the hero.
Saw him hero versus Wallace earlier. And, oh, I thought he was just going to snap it off with the ace high, but is going to consider. And does pay it off with the ace high.
Is that the nuts again?
Is
that king or queen?
Queen.
It is a queen? Okay, yeah, that's me. Nice hand.
Boss with the sauce, as you see behind him. Starting the wave.
There we go.
You want to bring the wave back?
I'm in. Got his wife right there in the middle with the sunglasses on the shirt. His dad in the mix, family, friends. All made the journey from Ohio to be a part of this very special moment for
So cool.
Wade Wallace.
And his second career tournament cash.
The blacksmith.
Couldn't do that again if we tried.
Looks like we have about a 4-horse race. Nobody too far ahead, nobody too far behind.
Very even.
Trexler with the Jack-9.
Raise the 20. I got one.
I mean,
That's good.
kind of fitting to the Team Torch brand, the bluff.
I hadn't won a pot in like 5 hands.
Team Torch on
Torch.
the King High all in.
Torch.
Yeah, torched it off.
Torch some chips. I think he'd be the first to
Well
tell us
played.
that.
Well
Doing
played.
great.
In a very positive attitude, which is impressive.
I'm gonna
He's
have a
very
hard time
calm,
finding
relaxed.
the bad side of any of this. Like
Great perspective.
maybe before today, like if I had busted out like the first person in 14th or something, I could have been like, oh no. But now it's like, oh yeah, I get $160,000. Like, huh.
That's worst case. Wallace, the 9-8 suited.
Well,
And lets it go.
Yeah. Get off's another pretty one there on the button. You know, it's easy to also become a little complacent. You hear Trexler? Already content with the
Yeah,
160,
yeah,
everything
yeah.
else is gravy. But, Jeff, there's 340,000 additional dollars.
These are the biggest pay gems you're going to run into
Stay
in your
dialed
poker
in.
career, most likely.
Don't
This
let
is
it go
the
now.
biggest spot.
Good read.
All right, dealers in the 8 game. Let's deal one more hand. Or one more hand in the 8 game.
Cannon limps in with the Queen-9 suited. Trexler checks the Queen-Deuce suited. Ace-10-4, one of each suit. Just about 85 bigs on the table. Every pot so crucial.
Check.
That's all I can think
Tens and nines for Cannon.
Check. I have a 9. Oh, good hand, good hand, good hand. Oh, you got me crushed all the way. Queen deuce of clubs.
Wesley Cannon's biggest career score is $77,000. His 9th cash at the World Series of Poker. Finished 13th in the 1K freeze-out last year for 19K.
How about you?
Every player now, more than 20 big blinds or slightly more for the first time here today.
Wow, that's wild. Look at the chip counts on the top of your screen. A 180, a 175.5, 171.5, a 165. It's hard to get much closer than that. Just 2 big blinds separate first and fourth. 50K pay jump comes next. There's a 340K difference between first and fourth. Walk for Wallace.
Don't forget to push him, Manny. Thank you.
Tricks are going to keep coming for it with the 6-4 off on the button.
Really the only one attacking buttons
Yeah.
and trying to go after pots is Trexler. You saw Cannon fold 5-4 suited.
We've seen Wallace fold a couple good ones on the button. Be surprised if he got involved all of a sudden here with the Queen 9 off. That goes into the muck.
Timing on my blinds is just insane every time.
That has me beat.
Every time. I'd still rather have.
Yeah, it does. It has me beat. I promise. I'm not. It's gonna be on there. It's gonna be on there. I swear.
The man speaks the truth.
Still rather have your hand.
Oh, I'd rather have my hand too, but you had me beat.
Deuce 10, deuce 8, deuce 7 the last 3.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't complain about card distribution too much when you're in the final four of a
Yeah, you made it all the
23,000
way
entry field.
here, four-handed.
Kind of due for a little run bad.
Things have probably been fair.
You think Wallace is folding this one on the button too?
Well, let's find out. I would really like to see a normal sort of min sizing. He has a tendency to size it up with these holdings.
And there it is.
There it is. Love it.
There it is.
Sets the trap.
Makes it 16. Cannon with the ace-8 off in the big. Will defend. It's Cannon and Wallace heads up.
Oh boy.
Trouble perhaps brewing for Cannon, who flops top pair.
And the difficulty now with ace-8 is what turn cards are you looking for that are even good for your hand? You may just want to end it here with over 40 million in the middle. Excuse me, 60.
Gonna go the conservative route and check call and choose not to put any more chips in the middle, at least not right now. Yeah, so many ugly turn cards for this hand. Deuce of Hearts, not necessarily one of them.
A troubling turn card, almost guaranteeing that he will inevitably put more chips into the pot.
6.
Well, let's go small here. Maybe a bit worried at this point, considering how tight Wallace has been throughout this final table. Choose this check call once more.
Dealers in the 8 game, let's deal one more hand, or one more hand in the 8 game.
River, the 9 of clubs. One more check. Wallace wants some more. Tough spot here for Cannon. Facing what looks like a 65 million chip bet.
3 people to find out just how wide my opening range is. No, I'm not making any deals. No,
A
there's
tough
one
one
deal,
for
I think.
Cannon. Pair of 8s, no diamond in his hand. But facing somebody who's been pretty tight today, at least from what we've seen.
What would he barrel off with? That's a bluff. Missed diamonds maybe, but boy, you're right, Jeff. I don't think Wallace is that kind of player.
Wallace had an ace-high missed diamonds. Probably just check back.
Anybody else? I'll get more. Okay.
Might check back king-high missed diamonds, too.
I just think he has a lot of give-ups, to your point.
A lot of the rest of the hands just connect.
Weird hands in there today. I did. I played a couple. Huh? The king 3? I don't even remember that one. Oh, yeah. No, that was fine. That was fine. I didn't listen. Oh, yeah.
In theory, you could say if Wallace had a 5 in his hand or a 7 in his hand or even a 10 in his hand, he could go a little bananas. But in actuality, I don't know if you can put him on those types of hands.
Like seriously, I think that's like my 4th bust out. Like for significant.
And Cannon does find the fold, a nice fold at that.
He is going to be thrilled when he looks back at the replay. Very easily could have gone broke. Instead, preserves his tournament life, and he moves on.
Wallace regains the chip lead. Cannon back in a 4th. GTO Wizard is the ultimate tool to take your poker game to the next level. Start crushing your opponents today with the #1 app for poker players. Scan the QR code on your screen or head to gtowizard.com/PokerGo to receive free access to GTO Wizard for your first 24 hours, as well as 10% off your first purchase. gtowizard.com/PokerGo.
Oh yeah, I've been making it 20. Thank you.
More than 11,000 people watching at home. Thank you all so much for joining us here at the Gladiator.
Wallace folds the king 10 suited.
Wow.
Please don't put in a small.
That is
tight.
Very
Cannon
tight, yeah.
has ace queen here.
Make sure you click that thumbs up,
Yeah,
like
please.
this stream, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. We do want to continue bringing more and more coverage, but you got to show your support at home.
I'm just making sure that I don't have any silly decisions. Don't worry about it. 50, 75. Yeah, no. I was just checking your stack.
Yeah.
I saw you played.
See the commish in the chat, Tim Duckworth.
There's the commish out
Helping
there
to
running
run
the show.
Yeah.
We have an all-in call on table 614.
He and Donnie Peters with a ton of World Series of Poker recaps on the PokerGO podcast.
All-in has ace, straight, trace, 7. Ace, straight, spades. Players, please stay in your seats, guys. We have king, queen, jack, deuce has been called. Let's go
Actually
to the
wanted
river.
to call him that
I think the 8 game is just hitting the money.
I don't know, man. I'm pretty lucky.
one. I am too.
1500 8 game mix.
Nothing wrong with getting lucky.
Dealers, let's deal one more hand.
That still features 16-time World Series of Poker bracelet winner Phil Hellmuth.
He's in there, huh?
He's
Hellmuth's
short.
got a shot.
55K, which is not that many
Been awfully
chips.
quiet this summer. Not a final
Yeah.
table for Hellmuth.
Well, remember, he played the first 2 days and then said he needed a day off.
He's very tired.
He gets a little tired.
$20.
Please, 20 minutes.
Also down to 2 tables in the 10K08, which I believe will be tomorrow's broadcast
That's right.
on PokerGo. John
I think on
Hennigan is in
YouTube,
there.
by the way, for the
and
people.
on YouTube,
Yeah.
there you go. Eric Seidel is the current chip leader. That's right, the Cyborg. Ben Lamb is in the hunt.
Cool.
Johannes Becker, James Chen, James Obst, Kyle Cartwright.
James Opes, the return.
And David Williams is also out there scrapping.
Wow. Remember, Opes stepped aside from poker to focus on a professional tennis career. He's back this year and has already made a couple runs. Ace 6-5 here, both flop sixes.
Okay. 20 minutes.
25.
25 minutes.
Tracks our leads for 25 million.
Let's deal one more hand. One more hand in the 8 game.
Imagine you want to let this one go. But he might just find the fold.
Wallace has done the unthinkable here today
Yeah.
with that ace-queen fold, mucking hands like king-10 suited, king-5 suited, and 9-8 suited, seemingly on the button. And it looks like he's going to throw away middle pair.
Does lay
gosh.
it down.
Not us.
It's probably a bad fold. The old bluff button over there.
Oop, I do that sometimes.
Oh, I know. I saw it.
Oh, I know you know.
Pretty stunned at that. I think if you're
Was ace jack any
going to
good?
fold that, then you should just fold
Might have been.
pre-flop.
I mean, I'm not saying I had ace jack.
Oh, I'm sure you didn't have ace jack.
I just want to know if it
I'm
was
sure
good.
you didn't.
There's a lot of that that's in my range, though. 5-6, ace 5. Pocket threes. 20.
King 10.
Raise. 20 minutes.
Now ace-jack suited for Wallace.
Raise. 60.
3-bet to 60K, and I imagine that has to trigger all the alarm bells.
You would think so, but Trexler's kind of a sick puppy.
60 minutes.
Would you ever think that Wallace would be 3-bet folding hands?
Bit of deliberation.
All right, 8 game, let's deal one more hand. One more hand in the 8 game.
Let's go.
Great shot there. Guy on the far right. That is his dad, Brian Wade Wallace.
Straight out. Smart. How long is that break? 15.
I gave a reshove real consideration there.
Oh. I call. He likes that 20.
Cannon the 10-8 off in the big blind. Just let it go. Cannon, Drexler, Wallace, Simon, our final 4 at the Gladiators of Poker from more than 23,000 entries.
Thank you.
Second biggest tournament in poker history, first being Big 50 in 2019.
The Big 50.
Yeah, you remember that one?
I do.
How many bullets for you in that one?
I don't remember.
I don't think I played that one either.
It was 250, wasn't it, the buy-in?
No, it was 500. $500 buy-in, 50K in chips, 50-minute
Oh,
levels.
that's right. Yeah. Okay. And that was the 50-year anniversary of the World Series, right?
Minutes. Good.
Turn your pack off. There you go.
All right, that fold will send us off to break.
8 deuce.
When we come back,
Ooh, you were crushed.
the blinds will be 5
My
and
favorite
10
batting
million.
answer.
There will be
My
less
favorite
than
batting
70 bigs
keys.
on the table as
That's
Wallace,
pretty strong.
Trexler, Simon, and Wesley Cannon battle for $500,000. Stay with us.
There's a little button on the top. Yeah. Yeah. This other side. There you go. Just turn.
Thank you.
Huh?
Thank you.
Yeah. And then when the dude shoved like 11 bigs from the 1 seat on your big line, yeah, queen B suited.
I had it all.
We're out there talking.
Yeah. You're like, shit, this is better than the show.
Am I good? Am I good? Can you hear me? Testes, testes.
Shouldn't fall off. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Thank you.
kind of look like one of the
Huh?
It's the beard and West.
To Marcus Trufant? Yeah.
He had King 8?
And then he sold it to the Mavericks? Is he? Are they one of the ones?
Oh, King. I thought you said King 8. Jesus.
I thought Maverick got basically everything.
Okay, cool.
So I just assumed that they got it.
And yeah, if I jam it, I'm out, so it's good.
He took a picture not so long ago, so I kind of thought it was you. My bad. No, it's all good.
All right, welcome back to Las Vegas, Nevada, back to the Horseshoe and back to the World Series of Poker. This is the Gladiators of Poker event. Jeff Platt alongside Brent Hanks, a $300 buy-in. More than 23,000 entries. Brent, we're down to our final four. Here we go. Action-packed level ahead.
Oh, we're going to be gambling, Jeff. Average stack 17 bigs, but most importantly, fewer than 70 big blinds on the table.
I could have figured that from the average stack, 17 times 4. Anyway, 9s for Simon.
You don't know math.
Let's go, Todd. Let's go.
Simon just going to go the grip and rip route.
I told you Trexler was a Seahawks fan.
Yes, you did.
Now he's got the hoodie on.
Rocking the
just to
Seahawks
prove
hoodie.
it.
There is one for Jason Simon out of St. Louis. Live
There
tournament
shows
earnings
two
of almost
nines.
$200,000.
For the audience, you know.
For the fans.
For the millions watching. All right, time to win. Raise.
Ace-5 off. That's Eric Trexler out of Washington. Certainly has been our most active player today.
Without question. Opening a wide range of hands every single time he's on the button.
Ace-5 off for Simon in the big.
I saw that.
I saw it, yeah.
All in.
How much?
Does jam. Trexler does ask for a count.
Well, this is huge. I mean, Simon, 155. Look at Trexler's stack.
All right, we're good. Thank you.
Huge decision.
I don't think you have a very good hand.
Well, Trexler senses that something's up here, and he is right. This hand, though, not spectacular either. I don't think you can. put the chips in.
No, calling it off would be
If you got the live read,
very
man, you got the live
ambitious.
read.
Right. He is dialed in. You heard him say it. He pinpointed it.
He's right, but it's cold.
Strong out of Simon.
Yeah.
I had one of those too. I had you beat. I almost called.
I don't think you had me beat.
I think he had 2 of them.
We're tied.
Oh, we might have been tied.
Yep.
If he says we were tied, then we were tied.
No, he said he had 2 5s.
No, he said I think we were tied. I think he did.
Yeah.
I think he said he had 2 5s.
He had ace.
I don't know.
Other cards than ace.
5 million, 10 million blinds with a 10 million big blind ante, more than 690 million chips in play. The starting stack was 30,000.
TRX and Troll in the chat says, is Alan Cunningham still in? Buddy, you're looking at the 4 players
That's
that
the
are
final 4.
still in the field, and Alan Cunningham did not make the cut.
But he is here at the World Series.
Right.
You won that last game? Just now? It was a walk?
4 high. 4 high walk. Nothing wrong with that.
Now, Jeff, refresh my memory. All 4 of these players are guaranteed what?
$160,830.
$160,000 in change.
Yes. And the
guaranteed.
buy-in was $300. King 6 suited on the button for Simon. Just limps in here.
Something different.
Yeah.
Trexler does flop a deuce. Simon does turn a 6. And Trexler leads here for 10 million. Where's the Queen of Clubs?
Me too.
Uh-oh.
Goes check, check. Those 6s are best. And now it's Wallace and Simon neck and neck for the chip lead. Trexler in third, Cannon the short stack. But at these stack sizes, things could change very quickly.
Doesn't Trexler seem like the type, too, that might just go a little ballistic? Now down to 14 bigs. We've seen how willing he is to put money in the middle.
Fives. Shortest stack, all of it. Trexler.
Okay.
With the King Jack suited.
Could feel it coming.
Kind of think we dance here. You're in really good shape against a few different hands from Cannon. Not crushed too often. You think Trexler says let's go?
He strikes me as the kind of guy that wants to gamble right now, put the money in the middle, and run up a stack, try to win this thing. I think it's going in.
There's the rejam.
Here we go.
And here we go. Cannon the one all in and at risk with 2 5s. Eric Trexler with the King Jack suited.
We got King. We need King.
The biggest flip of their career. Right here, right now.
I like to watch it over here.
$50,000 pay jump from 4th to 3rd.
Okay.
Ace, 9, 8, no diamond.
How about a 9 or an 8?
Pretty safe flop for Cannon.
I like picture cards.
Ooh.
The turn is a
Any picture
10.
card.
And that certainly opens the door with the open ender for Trexler, who could also just
Gotta hear
hit a
from my
king or
people
a
a
jack.
little bit,
14 outs to eliminate Cannon. River card is a deuce. And Wesley Cannon finds a double up.
He survives and shoots up the leaderboard. Now second in chips is Wesley Cannon, and it's Trexler. He is down to 5 big blinds, our short stack.
That's right.
60, 80, yeah. Yeah, I had to race with you at some point. Hi, Simon.
Thanks.
Basically a 3-way tie for first with Simon, Cannon, and Wallace.
It is. Keep an eye on Trexler, though, Jeff Stills.
Right.
53 million in chips now on the button. First to act. Excuse me, second to act. I'll get it right.
Debatable.
I'm all in.
All in.
Goes with it here with the 9-6 off.
I call.
Wow.
Wallace calls with Queen Jack. Simon has Ace 10 in the big blind.
Oh, this is awkward for Ace 10, especially Wallace. Everyone has seen how he's been playing.
Right, and Wallace snap called.
All in and call. Other guys thinking. Yeah. He only has like 50 something. 2.
Weird dynamics at play here. If you're Simon.
Is there an opportunity for Simon to just consider calling? It's about a 5 big blind shove, that's it. You'd have 2 hands putting Trexler at risk, an opportunity to move up as far as the money is concerned. They've pretty much got Broadway covered.
Simon folds.
No. Oh, good. Okay.
6-9.
And it's Queen Jack
The
against the
60-40 dog,
9-6.
that's fine.
Simon throws his hands up in the air in disgust. Eric Trexler all in and at risk.
I had it like 3 of the first 10 hands, actually.
It's going to be all people.
127 million in the pot.
Mamacita! Queen!
6 on the flop. Trexler takes
Come on,
the
Mamacita,
lead.
bro. Come on. 9.
8 on the
So a
turn
9,
as
Queen
Wallace
Jack.
can also find a 9.
No.
9 Queen Jack.
Clear the board.
9 Queen Jack.
Board pair.
River
You got
card
9 one time, buddy.
is a 3. Trexler stays alive.
We don't have to just shove anymore.
Best hand wins.
69, dinner for 2. I did look. I did look before I shoved. $53.5.
How much?
Dinner for two. Gonna have a dinner with the crew if he wins this thing, Jeff. Trexler in the 6-9. Now up to 12 bigs, 127 million. Back in business.
Nice.
Yeah.
We promised action this level. We've received it.
53.5, 107.
Huge hand, snap call. Yeah, you're right. I just thought you had it.
Yeah, that ace-10 would have won it all.
I feel like you're the only one in the vicinity that understands why I shoved there.
I've had it 3 of the first like 3 hands in the first 2 orbits. I'm like such a nit.
A little perplexed
Look to my friend.
by the last one. Wallace with the snap call. Ace-10 just gets out of the way. I thought Simon could easily just call for 5 bigs.
And very likely just go check
Right.
if necessary. Wallace not interested on the button in the 10-8 suited.
127.
Cannon will get a walk. Wesley Cannon
Nah, it's 107 and 20.
was in
It's right.
fourth, four-handed, and now he's first. Ace-8 suited for Wallace.
Raise.
Raise to 30 million.
Goes to 30 million. Goes 3x here off a 15-ish big blind stack. That'll just get through. Big pickup for Wallace every pot. Very significant.
I like the sound of that.
You're all in the money.
1,500 8-game in the money, as you might have heard. That includes one Phil Hellmuth.
Helmuth's out there. Josh Aurier is out there. Alan Kessler in the money.
Fantasy points for Team No Gamble, No Future in the
There you go.
25K. Don't mean to brag. And he just has a pile right in front of him.
Well,
He's gotta
you
be
know,
one of the
maybe
cheap
not a
leaders. The way he
pile,
plays.
Jeff, but anything can happen.
Does he have more than one bet
Sean
left?
Deeb is the chip leader.
Oh, boy.
Dealers, shuffle up a deal. We are on new level, level 19.
You busted Deeb yesterday, did you not?
I did. Nick Schulman also a top 5 stack
baby.
out there.
Nick Schulman winning the 1,500 7-card stud earlier this summer. Also underway today in Paris, the 100K high roller. Biggest buy-in so far. 56 entries.
56 entries. That might get up
That's
near
good,
100.
yeah.
It's all said and done.
Daniel Negreanu in that one after making a deep run in this one. Chance Cornett, the current chip leader. 2021 main event champ Corey Aldemir is in there. 2022 main event champ Espen Jorstad also playing. And Jeremy Osmus is in the mix.
Osmus
Mr.
is in
Hayes.
there. Yeah, he's firing. You know, the only elimination I have seen thus far is Alex Foxen. No longer in the 100K. You do have one re-entry available.
Bet you can
Expect Foxen to hop back in there. Kristen Foxen also in the mix.
You're free rolling.
Chamath is here at the 100K.
Surprised you think there's any spot that is
Jason makes his way to the World Series.
Come on, man.
Was here yesterday to sweat his buddy Seth Davies at the 50K final table. Justin Bonomo is on his second bullet. Mr. No Gamble, No Future himself, Ren Lin, is playing Trexler with 7s.
I'm all in.
All in.
All of it. gets through. A reminder, folks, to click like, click subscribe, and if you want, you can join our YouTube community by becoming a member there. You get a bunch of these custom emojis. You get that little green line in the chat.
Yeah, just join. Do it now.
Join. You get
everybody's
loyalty
joining.
badges, some member shout outs.
And if you're new, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. Click that thumbs up. Show your support. The only reason we continue to give you guys all of the coverage on YouTube is because of the support you show us.
Right. Drexler now gets a walk. So from 53 million to 132 million. King 8 suited for Simon. SV says commentators should interact more with the chat. That increases likes and subscribes. Just saying. It's a good point. It is a good point.
Now, who said that?
SV.
Really?
Interacted.
Really, SB. SV.
That's what Remco and Donnie are good at. I think Brent and I are just too selfish. Love you guys, though, very much.
Not used to it.
That's also true. Let's go boss with the sauce shirts from the Wade Wallace crew.
I'm all in.
Drexler jams with the 8-7 off.
Drexler getting after
interested.
it, man.
It's 127.
Drexler gets one through.
Well, he can rebuild a stack in a heartbeat, can he? Drexler now third in chips as he jumps Wallace.
Ace-5 for Wallace on the button.
Raise.
Raise of 30 million.
Sizable.
Yeah, goes 3x, all 15 bigs. Simon with a pretty one in the small blind. It is a little bit awkward considering the stack sizes. He's just gonna let it go. And Cannon looks down at 2 8s.
There's 55 million out there. There's the shove. Here we go. I can't imagine Wallace calls it off with ace-5 offsuit.
paper bag. It isn't? Okay. Like, if it is and you're still standing there, like, you play good.
There's the fold.
Nice island.
Nice pickup for Cannon, especially with, like you mentioned, the sizable open.
That's the problem for Wallace when you're
Yeah.
going to open for so many chips.
Just
3x.
lose extra chips when that happens.
It's just not necessary. You can make it 20, make it the min, and still raise fold. Just as effective.
Yeah, every big blind's so valuable when they're only 69 on the table.
Nice.
Ace 3 suited for Simon on the button.
Raising 23 million.
I'm all in.
All in.
Whoa!
What's the number?
Oh my goodness.
With the 5 deuce.
Do not try this at home.
Trexler says all of it.
Yes. I think it's 142.
Total.
Yeah, so 142.
I did not see this coming.
Nobody did. Trexler's an animal.
And it gets through.
And shows it.
Shows the 5 deuce. This is Eric Trexler, ladies and gentlemen.
Just like that, back to 18 big lines and 180 million chips.
I got the paperwork, man. It's
I had wheel cards too.
Huh?
I had wheel cards too.
I think he means he was ahead.
yeah, you had wheel cards, but one of them was an ace.
Yeah,
Absolutely
just enough.
bananas. I think he's our next No Gamble, No Future signee.
Sign him up. Let him spin the wheel. He'll get out there and blast off.
I mean, man, to do that with 5 deuce with 4 people left in the second biggest poker tournament in history.
Okay, thank you.
It's not considered torture enough.
King 10 deuce, kings for both. Probably headed for a chop, but Cannon with the edge right now.
Well, keep an eye on it. Backdoor hearts for Cannon. Top pair for each. It seems inevitable the money goes in once more.
get third nut
Is it
5
just
high.
check jam time for Wallace? Does he want to check call?
Yeah.
Raise. All in.
Well, maybe not, because he said he had 2 wheel
It
cards.
is the check jam. Cannon
Guess again.
makes the call, and here we go. King 5 suited for Cannon, a King 3 for Wallace. Wallace will need a 3. Cannon has a couple more paths
That's a
to
lot
victory.
of chopping.
Come on. Trey!
No, no, no. We
Is
want a
chop
4.
about 60% of the time.
4. I want a 4. I want a 4. That's not
Turn brings
fun.
another deuce. We're going to chop it up in
No,
less.
no.
A
10
5.
10 is not a chop anymore
3
either.
arrive on the
A
river.
10's not a chop.
And a 10 also would give Cannon a win.
Even
3.
3. 3. Because it leaves him short.
River's an 8. Chop it up.
Huh? That's not good for TV.
Oh, it
Get
wasn't
in the
bad.
game with PokerGo Play, the new social poker game from PokerGo, offering a revolutionary experience and innovative gameplay. Plus, you'll have the chance to redeem real-world prizes. Check out PokerGo Play now at PokerGoPlay.com.
I like that you started that. Get in the game.
Yeah, well, I was just...
No, I froze you, didn't I?
Yeah, I did freeze up a little bit. Nailed the read, though, overall.
Wonderful job, Joe.
A lot of people talking about my promo reads today, and they've just been top level. Trexler now with the goods on the button in the form of 2 kings.
What?
Does just jam.
Oh my gosh. He's earned this absurd image.
Oh, and
it just does that with the second best hand in poker. Oh,
I'd like to see the min
Trexler.
raise there. Maybe
I think I have the only rail that's actively trolling them.
Last year, I had one railing, like, not a final table, but...
I mean, Simon had almost 20 bigs in the big blind.
How many bullets did you fire in this?
I love it.
Gutters for both here on the 7-4-3.
Back to average. I'm off, Trey. Do I get a free subscription to PokerGo?
No.
I feel like I should.
You
but-
just turned 300 into 160,000 plus, Trexler. You can cough it up.
Yeah.
Get you a free YouTube subscription. How about that?
There you go.
Which you can all get for free by just clicking subscribe.
I mean, they could pay me enough. I support the Seahawks because that's the hoodie I brought with me.
Eric Trexler just having a blast, and he's had a blast all day.
He is a blaster. Full
Yeah,
on.
and he's a blaster.
I should. This is great content, man.
This is indeed.
They got like how to and how not to videos left and right on this game, man. It'll be fine.
You can can see Simon's predicament here. He's got that double gutter, any deuce, any six. And as we can see at home, the best hand with just queen high.
Yeah, ace five.
Oh.
We showed
Goes for the check raise and gets it through.
My cards have already been. Oh, okay.
Absolutely love that. Didn't see it coming out of Simon. And Simon says, give me the chip lead. And he has got it back. 22 big blinds, 220 million.
The microphone in his ear tells him to. It is so much harder to deal when it's streamed.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And well, they don't have to shuffle here, but the cards
for Wallace
are very difficult to shuffle. All in.
Trexler the ace-4 off. Let's it go.
Nice hand.
Adam in the chat, these guys are crazy and fun to watch. Certainly agree there.
That look about you.
Simon opens here with the ace-9 suited.
I had a better hand than I had last time I did that.
I believe that.
It's true.
Wallace with 11 bigs. 9-8 off makes it 25 million.
One of his smallest opens of the day, but it comes in the small blind. Does it provide Simon with a price to jump in there? He doesn't think so. Nice pickup for Wallace.
Just kind of feeling it out. Nothing by the book here. Nothing GTO, if you will. Riding the momentum wave.
I'll just slide him in then.
Bit of a feel guy.
Feel guy, I like it. You're a feel guy. Feel
I
player.
think so.
Using that intuition. King 10 suited for Wallace on the button.
much is that?
$30.
Yeah. End of level 39, I believe, yesterday. Yeah. And it got over. Huh?
It's through. A couple nice pickups for Wallace. And his second career tournament cash. His first was last year.
No, it's 40. Yeah,
In the
it's 40
600
rest
deep
of the
stack year for $960. This one going to be for slightly more. Our Final Four guarantee $160,000.
Do you know how often
How do breaks work?
you've had to spend this tournament between 10 and 20 big blinds, given the format of a turbo? So think about that over the course of the last 3 days through roughly 24,000 players and what you're seeing on display here. This is the sort of avenue that these folks have meandered. This is how they've played.
Oh, look. I got 69.
Let that sink
Where
in.
really at any point in this tournament, 30 bigs or more was considered just a massive chip stack. And we will raise the blinds,
Is this a break?
which means that every single player is below 20 big blinds.
There's less than 60 bigs on the table by what you just stated, 57 to be exact.
Yeah.
No break. No.
No break. Let's play. That sound good to you?
Let's play ball. Come on.
Almost $500,000
Small
up
little
top.
6-12 game.
Yeah.
The big blind, Brent, represents 400 starting stacks.
Nailed it, buddy.
Nailed
Didn't
it
you?
on
I
the
saw
math.
you go to the calculator.
Definitely
Yeah.
didn't double check it. Just was very confident in that.
Pretty insane. 698 million total chips in play, and you started with 30,000.
Not that bad.
It is nuts how even we've been for like the last 3 rounds. With the exception of that like 5 minutes that I had a short stack.
Yeah. And they're what, like, they're less than 60 bigs in the game right now?
700 million. 692 million.
Yeah, so less than 60, just 12 million.
Yeah.
Cannon off a little more than 10 bigs, about 11. Goes for the min raise with the queen jack. Simon with ace jack.
All in.
Cannon down to less than 10 bigs now, once again.
Still remarkable, though. I mean, off of 11, rather than just ripping it home with queen jack off, he finds a raise fold.
Found a path to survival.
Incredible. That's really what this whole thing has been about, is how to survive.
Ace king now for Trexler. About 15 bigs.
This guy's dangerous with big hands. You've seen what he does when he has nothing. Now he's got the goods.
It's at 30 million. Just wins. The sound is cutting out for y'all. I've seen this a couple times. All you have to do is refresh the stream, then you'll be good to go.
Just in case they didn't hear that, Jeff, refresh the stream.
And you'll be good to go.
And you'll be good to go.
Simon, ace-10 suited on the button. That's a pretty one to look down at.
Me or him?
You.
I have almost 200.
Do you?
That's 95. That's, yeah.
Okay.
It's 180, 190. If I'm including this, it's like 190-ish.
I believe you.
7.
Trexler the 9-5 off. Did recently 3-bet shove here and showed the 5 deuce. Simon up to over 300 million. And Cannon with ace-10 on the button.
Well, only 6 big blinds. This is a beautiful hand to look down at on the button. Whoa.
Oh, Wallace
Call.
in the big blind looks down at ace-queen, makes the call. Here we go.
Come on.
Ace-10, ace-queen.
West Cannon all in
Come
and at
on,
risk
baby.
with ace-10,
Come on, let's hold.
excuse me, up against Wallace's
The
ace-queen.
ace-10 has a heart, has hearts. The 10 of clubs is a club.
10-10-3.
The 10 of clubs is indeed a club.
Hell no, I love ace queen, baby. Mamacita. Let's go.
I don't know if I want to be on there saying that
Come
at this point.
Oh, that's
Ace
good.
8-8.
Boring is what that is.
King 8,
I
ace.
don't know, opens up some chop possibilities.
I love the sauce, bro.
Like, as long as it's not a chop, I don't even really care.
Turn card is a king.
The only thing I didn't want is a chop.
Which sets us up for a chop unless a 10 comes
Or
for
10.
Cannon or a queen
I'm
or
okay.
a king comes
I'm okay
for
with the 10.
Wallace.
I just want to see all chips go somewhere.
Queen.
River card is a 4. Chop
Ooh, I get
it
there.
up.
7-8.
Fuck.
Yeah, I don't care who wins. One of them's gonna have
Wallace
like
is
6
stunned.
million or something silly. Like,
Cannon
yeah,
stays
exactly.
alive again.
That's the worst I've seen him do with ace queen all tournament.
I know, bro.
It's like a loss.
It is.
You should just go on total monkey tilt
Yeah,
at this point
something
because
like
of
that,
that.
right? I'm good.
It all started when he lost with the ace, or when he pushed with ace queen.
Hey, good push.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna raise 30.
Trexler, Jack 8 suited, opens button.
I'm all in.
And Simon has 2 kings after Wallace jammed in the small blind.
Right.
Simon wakes up with the goods, and Wade
Kings and
Wallace
ace
is
10.
on the roll.
And I had the Jack 8 of spades for a good fold. Good fold, Jack 8 of spades. Short stack.
I like to watch this screen.
Good fold, Jack 8 of spades, though.
Wallace looking a bit dejected.
It's okay.
Can he find some magic here to win a pot worth more than 300 million in chips?
Ace! 10.
Well, a
I'll take
10 on the
another one.
flop.
Ace.
Means he can hit an
Ace.
ace or a 10. Sit there on the turn.
Oh, is that the 9
No,
of
it's
spades?
not, but chop outs again are
I
there.
get there.
A 7 would chop it up.
7 too.
An ace or a 10
7,
delivers the
10,
win to Wallace. Otherwise,
ace.
he's eliminated. River card is a jack, and that will do it for the boss with the sauce.
Oh, I scooped
Wade
it.
Wallace out in fourth for more than $160,000.
You know, like,
A feel-good story. Wade Wallace, whole family, friends there on the rail. His dad
Nice guys.
played
It was
with
great
his
playing with him,
grandfather's
Yeah.
card protector that
Yeah.
his grandfather
I get you.
passed. He collected.
oh, I had Jack 8 of
That's for
spades,
the entire
100%.
rail, which is cool. Really enjoyed
Wait.
having
Yeah.
Wade Wallace.
Yeah,
here.
I'm calling
What a
it.
run.
I'm calling that.
His first cash in his poker tournament career came last year for $960. This one's worth $160,830.
Yeah,
I have a feeling
didn't
the
like
Wallace
my
gang
fold
is
the
going
moment
to
the turn came.
out there partying tonight, Jeff, here in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
It's a 50K pay jump for our final 3, who are now guaranteed 210K. About a 91K pay jump from 3rd to 2nd.
Simon right now running away with it. He has just under 70% of the chips in play.
All in here, blind versus blind. Cannon with the King 8 suited, and here we go once more.
Queen 9 and King 8.
Drexler, of course, an interested
Queen 9 and
observer.
C9.
Queen 9.
I don't know what I want.
King 8 of spades.
I think.
Well, we have back-to-back eliminations. And will they both be at the hands of Jason Simon?
Cool. Yeah, we're talking about.
It's all down to the Murph.
A 7-6. Safe flop for Cannon. Simon needs a queen or a 9. Finds a 9 on the turn.
No,
Not over yet, as Cannon turns an open-ender.
Any 5, 10, or
Cannon
king,
needs a king, a
or
10, or a
any step
5
in.
to stay alive.
5 of hearts.
The river's a deuce. And Wesley Cannon's day is done. Out in 3rd.
I'm okay
for
with
more
it.
than
I'm okay with it. Hey, man.
$210,000. His biggest career tournament score.
Without question, a podium finish here at the World Series of Poker.
Guaranteed 300K, baby.
Cannon, who just battled throughout the
Let's
final
go.
table most of the time as the
Woo.
short stack.
You want to trade stacks?
And that means
One time.
we are
Only
heads
time
up.
I'm going to offer it.
So
Do
we
I have
will
a big
get
blind?
all set for heads-up play
What is the big
between
blind?
Jason Simon and
12.
Eric
Thank you.
Trexler. Simon about a 4-1 chip lead, but as we've seen with this final table, anything can happen. Back in just a couple minutes with heads-up action for a World Series of Poker bracelet. Stay with us.
they said 4 and 6, so 4 and 6.
That's better. Good. That way I don't have to throw my cards to, you know, the boulevard. I'm not gonna touch it just in case I don't win it.
You guys are good to keep playing straight away, or do you want to take a quick break?
Can I take a leak? You cool with that?
I wouldn't mind taking a little.
All right.
We're gonna take a 5-minute break. We'll set up.
Can we take 10?
5-minute break.
Can we take 10?
Can you guys come back at 45 after? That's
I don't know what time it is.
7 minutes.
7?
Is that okay?
Can we come back at 50? All right.
Just whenever you guys get back, we'll
Okay, you're just not going to start with, yeah. Don't do anything stupid, but. When I come back, can I stay here?
Make sure you turn your pack off. I'm not under that control.
Yeah.
I got you.
I tried to pull the wrong one. Sorry.
27 minutes and 13 seconds remaining on the clock, Tanner. Strip them and rip them, baby.
Folks, heads up
One
for the
time.
title,
I'll use
heads
guitar
up
for
for
one time.
almost
I never used
$500,000, and heads up for a World Series of Poker.
No, I've never said like one time. I've been saving it.
Eric Trexler versus Jason Simon, and Brent. Simon enters this heads-up battle with a pretty significant chip lead.
Yeah, it's about 80% of the chips. He's got a huge lead right now, but man, if Trexler gets going.
Oh, I need to be using this.
Yeah.
I check.
6 million, 12
but
million
I'm using
with a 12 million
C4s,
big
right?
blind ante.
I check.
Yeah, that worked, Trexler.
Yeah, I think it does.
Flops a 7 along with an open ender. Leads here, Simon as a gutter. Simon reaching.
I'm all in.
Oh my, the snap jam by Trexler after Simon raised.
What a start for Trexler.
35 million.
Simon had made it 35 million. Those great 5 million chips. The orange/tan ones are 1 million apiece. Brown chips, 500K. Second place worth just over $300,000. First place worth just under $500,000. More than 23,000 entries in the Gladiators of Poker.
Called with my hand.
Second biggest tournament in the history of the game. Props to the World Series for pulling off an event like this.
All right, just take it. Fold.
You want to hit him with the don't fold too much heads up?
With that big blind ante out there, Jeff, you know, you need to give yourself an opportunity to see 3. Getting a tremendous price just to limp in for that $6 million. It's essentially 6 to win 36. Pretty good odds.
Simon gonna limp in with the 7-4.
This is pretty normal for heads-up poker. Typically, nobody makes a hand. For Simon, interesting check back. Just 7 high. That might be the sort of texture where you want to just stab 12 million to try and take it away, which Trexler will seize the opportunity here. Great recognition. A little thievery takes it away. Of course, he did have the best hand that we can see.
You do open the door to that when you check back flop in that scenario. From a 4-1 chip lead to more like a 3-1 chip lead for Simon. Simon has 7 titles on his live poker resume. 6 second place finishes. Trexler has 5 tournament wins. No finishes in the 2nd to 7th range.
He either wins or goes out right away.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me with his style.
He has been active. Got his hand caught in the cookie jar a couple times. Got a couple more bluffs through. It's been fun to watch. Who are you all rooting for in the chat? Let us know. Is it Eric Trexler or Jason Simon out of St. Louis?
Please. 35.
Simon will raise with the 7-6 suited. Trexler appears interested, intrigued, perhaps.
I'm all in.
We got a mystery hand for Trexler. I don't think it matters. Simon can't call with 7-6 suited. Painful.
You just never know. Oh, there it is, ace 10.
Don't look now, but Trexler up to 246 million. And that's 20 big blinds in this match. It is very much anyone's ball game.
And that 4-1 chip lead turned into a 3-1 chip lead, and now it's a 2-1 chip lead. These little pots add up, especially when there's less than 60 bigs on the table.
30 total.
Raise 30 minutes.
Simon the 7-6 off here. We'll defend.
Call.
Jack 6-3 as Simon picks up a pair of sixes.
40 million.
Trexler goes more than half pot here.
Yeah, sizable. And for Simon, you just buckle up and take the ride. Nothing you can do with middle pair. Certainly never folding.
That's jam. Kind of worry about better hands calling, worse hands fold if you do jam here. This is one of the worst hands that just goes into the muck. But still a nice pickup for Simon.
Good hand. Yeah, no, I don't lie, man. You're good. I had 6-4 off, right? Oh yeah, there were a lot more than just one hand. My range wide open, man.
This guy.
And that's a true statement. Trexler down to less than 15 bigs. Simon with King 9.
Just mug it. I won't even look. Or I guess I'll show it to everybody else. They can see my aces.
30. Raise 30 minutes.
30 total.
Actually think he was very close to just saying all in.
Oh, really?
And then last second, yeah.
Mind. Instead of call or fold.
It's just so random at times when he does
really
it. Like
is.
that 5 deuce
You're
hand.
probably
There's
right.
no rhyme or reason for it. It just felt
Just
like
blast
the
off mode
moment again.
engaged.
Yeah. Very quickly now back to a near 4-1 chip lead for Simon.
Back to where we started this heads-up match with the two absurd chip counts on the top. Simon 546 million. Trexler 152 million.
I'm all in.
Oh, with the 5-4, Trexler jams on the button.
I think
Simon
it's
has king
157.
3. Asked for a count.
And we just spoke about this randomness. There's no reason whatsoever to just rip it home with 5-4. But he does. And it looks like it might get through. Simon wants to call. He just doesn't believe this guy.
Does lay it down. Trexler gets a spicy one through.
Something about 5 high that Trexler loves.
Some players use a randomizer. Maybe Trexler is just like, hey, when a 5's in my hand, I'm going to go bananas.
I can't tell you what I had anymore. We're at that point where, no. Oh, I know you do. This is my kind of party.
Trexler is partying today.
Oh, this guy's going to go.
Full-on party mode.
He's guaranteed at least $300,000. I guarantee half of that is spent tonight on the Las Vegas Strip.
Join the Trexler crew if you want to have a good time this evening. Simon, king 8. Trexler starting the hand with about 15 bigs. Simon says all of it. Trexler with the so pretty Jack 10 suited.
Face card. Ooh. All right, it's math time. How close is this? 70, 100, 140, 157.
Does Trexler look like a man who folds Jack 10 suited here?
Nor should he. This is it. This is playable. Very in a heads-up situation. You know your opponent can shove as wide as what we're seeing. King 8, Jack 10 of hearts. Very good hand to call it off with.
I mean, we can gamble right here, man. I know that I have to get it in at some point.
Players and dealers in the 8 game. Complete the hand drawn. You're on a 20-minute break. That's a 20-minute break in the 8 game. Complete the hand drawn.
I'm not ahead of anything. It's just a straight gamble hand, man. But it feels like a good spot. I don't know why.
This one is 20 minutes.
Because it is.
Do the chips go in?
One way you could be theoretically really, really, really happy. Well, like, if I double here, we're even.
That's true. The opportunity's there.
Oh, you'll see it, guys. Like
one last peek.
All right. We're gambling.
There's the call. Here we go.
I'm behind. Behind, but
not that far behind.
I think this is like 47, 53, something like that.
Close enough. Up against the king 8. A 340 million chip pot.
Let's go.
Trexler wins this. We're just about dead even.
It's okay.
If Simon wins this, the bracelet is his. 5, 4, 3.
That's a good flop for him. I can use 6 of hearts. No, 2 of hearts. 2 of hearts. 6 of hearts is only a gutter. 2 of hearts.
Backdoor chop outs. Trexler, the backdoor flush draw, could also find a jack or a 10. Instead, the turn is a 6. They would chop it up with a deuce.
Like that one.
It's a deuce for a chop. It's a jack or a 10 for the Trexler double. Anything else? And it's Simon's title.
It's Jack of spades. Jack of spades. Good game.
It's a 3. And it's a World Series of Poker bracelet for Jason Simon.
Great game, man.
Simon says, put that gold bracelet on my arm.
He got me.
And give me a little
Hey, all right, all right, all right. Hey, let's fucking party. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I knew where I was at. I got gamble.
But it's Jason Simon's name that will go down in history, winning the second biggest
Thank you, guys.
tournament in the history of the game, winning almost $500,000. He is the true gladiator of poker for our entire crew. We got producer Aiden, got Sean here helping us out, Ed and Brad in the back, Francis on the floor. For Brent Hanks, I'm Jeff Platt. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you next time from the World Series of Poker. Good night.
Thanks for running, man. Thank you.